In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a TP-Link 2.5 gigabit per second PCIe network adapter. This is the TX201. Not only am I going to be unboxing this, we're also going to be running some speed tests because I actually recently upgraded my local area network from the standard 1 gigabits per second to 2.5 gigabits per second via a TP-Link switch. In interest of full disclosure, I purchased this 2.5 gigabit PCIe network adapter with my own money. All of the thoughts and views and opinions in this video are going to be of my own. One of the main reasons why I purchased this TP-Link 2.5 gigabit per second PCIe network adapter is because I have a lot of other TP-Link gear to test out. TP-Link was kind enough to send over the switch that allowed me to upgrade my internal local area network. I also have the same kind of the same version of this, only wireless. It's a wireless card that supports Wi-Fi 6, specifically Wi-Fi 6E, and I'm going to be able to use all of these internal components to better test out all of the gear and make all these videos for you. So if you like videos like this one, go ahead and subscribe below. It's free and there's no cost or obligation. Comes with a manual, and it also comes with a mini disc. I'm probably just going to be downloading the latest drivers from TP-Link from the website. I'm not going to use this. So this inserts into a PCIe ×1 slot on your motherboard. And what's really cool is I actually have a test bench set up that has a motherboard, processor, memory, but it only has the standard 1 gigabits per second port built into the onboard. So I'm going to be able to test those speeds against this, and hopefully I will get 2.5 times more speed by using this PCIe adapter. You can see it's fairly compact. You have your link lights here. And this is where it plugs into the motherboard. Right here you can see 2.5 gigabit PCIe network adapter TX201. Alright, so enough talk. I'm going to go downstairs in the basement because that's where my test bench is set up. And we're going to go take a look and see what this thing can do. Very simple. So those of you that don't really know what a test bench is, it's just basically the internal components of a computer without the case. So just think of this as a computer. So I'm going to be taking this category 6 cable right here. I'm going to plug one end into the TP-Link 2.5 gigabits per second network adapter here. I'm going to plug the other end of the cable into the 2.5 gigabits per second switch that is inside that orange cabinet. And right here is the second system we are going to be running the test against, because we need a second system with a 2.5 gigabits per second Ethernet port on it. And this one has exactly that. It is a MSI MegAce X570, and it has a built-in onboard 2.5 gigabits per second LAN port on it. If you'd like to learn more about the network equipment used in this video, that will be detailed at the end of this video. For those of you that just want to get into the testing, let's go ahead and get that going right now. To the left we have the onboard, which is only 1 gigabits per second speed. And to the right of that we have the adapter that we unboxed earlier, the TP-Link 2.5 gigabits per second PCIe adapter. Before we plug into this, I'm going to plug into the old onboard to see what our speeds are. And then what we're going to do is plug into the 2.5 gigabits per second PCIe card to see how much of an improvement the speed is. So what I'm essentially using here is something that is called Open Speed Test, and I'm actually running the server on the other computer so that we can test the speeds going from one computer to the other. And right now, remember, I'm using that old onboard 1 gigabits per second connection to just get a baseline to see what my old connection was like. And as you can see here, we're getting very close to 1 gigabit per second, which is on par from what I thought the speeds would be. Now we're going to test the upload. So it looks like we're getting just shy of 1 gigabits per second download and upload. So what we're going to be doing next is I'm going to unplug from the old onboard 1 gigabits per second connection. And now we're going to be plugged into the new TP-Link PCI-E adapter, which is 2.5 gigabits per second. This is going to more than double our local area connection speed. Now let's go back to that test and take a look. We're going with the download speed. As you can see, it's getting very close to that 2.5 gigabits per second mark. Now it's going to go on to the upload speed. So we're getting sequential. We're getting very close to that 2.5 gigabits per second speed. So that's pretty good. And that's more than doubling my local area network speed. So one thing to note, when I had this installed and I was running these tests to begin with, all I did was basically just plug this adapter into the motherboard, plug everything into the network, and then run some speed tests. And what was weird was that I was only getting about 1.2 gigabits per second download speed and not the full 2.5 gigabits per second download speed. The upload speed was working fine, but I later found out that as soon as I installed the latest drivers from the TP-Link website and then I rebooted the machine, then I was able to get the full 2.5 gigabits per second sequential, both download and upload. So right here is a quick overview of my network setup. This is my network cabinet. If you'd like to find out more on how this was built, go ahead and check out the video in the upper right hand corner of the screen. Starting from the right and moving to the left, I have a Nokia modem, which is a fiber internet connection at 500 megabits per second sequential. That is irrelevant for this video because we're only testing internal local area network traffic. To the left of that, TP-Link sent out to me free of charge a 2.5 gigabits per second unmanaged workgroup switch. To the left of that, TP-Link also sent out to me a Deco 6E, which is one of two of the Deco XE75 Pro 2-pack. I'm going to be utilizing the 1 gigabits per second port for the internet. Again, that is not applicable to this video, but more importantly, I'm able to open up the 2.5 gigabits per second port for local area network traffic, which goes to the switch. So this is going to be able to route at 2.5 gigabits per second.